Do you like listening to Jordan Peterson, Tony Robbins, Jim Rohn, Alan Watts, and many more great speakers? That's obviously a yes if you're listening to this podcast. You need to head over to the Influencer Archive YouTube channel right now through the link in the description and subscribe, as this podcast is not going to be around forever. But our YouTube is, with all the best and most up-to-date archives of all your favourite speakers, with new videos and lectures daily. Nowhere else can compete. Subscribe now before this podcast disappears. Boom, and we're back with another podcast series, this time covering and summarising James Clear's Atomic Habits. So, what's in this podcast series for me? How about learn how small habits can make a big impact on your life? How many habits do you have? You might need a minute to think about that question, because habits are, by definition, behaviours that we perform automatically, with little or no thought. From making a coffee when we get up in the morning, to brushing our teeth before bed at night, our habits subtly guide our daily lives. As a result, you may not even realise how much power there is in habits. If repeated every day, even the smallest actions, from saving $1 to smoking a single cigarette, can accumulate force and have a huge effect. So, understanding and embracing habits is a great way to take control of your life and achieve more. Over the course of these podcasts, you'll learn precisely what habits are, how they are formed, and how you can harness them to change your life for the better. In this following podcast series, you'll learn why modern life makes our brain's natural wiring somewhat inconvenient, how a cat in a box advanced scientific understanding of habit formation, and what a nice new soap in a Pakistan neighbourhood can tell us about building habits that stick. So, let's get on to covering and summarising the first key principle from the book. Small habits can have a surprisingly powerful impact on your life. Imagine a plane taking off from Los Angeles en route to New York. If during takeoff the pilot decided to adjust the course just 3.5 degrees to the south, the plane's nose would move just a few feet. Outside of the cockpit, no one on board would notice this small movement, but over the course of a journey across the country, the impact of that change would be considerable, and the confused passengers would exit from their plane, and the confused passengers would be en route to Washington DC instead of New York. We don't notice tiny changes because their immediate impact is negligible. If you're out of shape today and go for a 20-minute jog, you'll still be out of shape tomorrow. Conversely, if you eat a family-sized pizza for dinner, it won't make you overweight overnight. But if we repeat small behaviours day after day, our choices compound into major results. Eat pizza every day and it's likely you will have gained considerable weight after a year. Go jogging for 20 minutes every day and you'll eventually be leaner and fitter, even though you won't have noticed the change happening. If you want to make a positive change in your life, you should recognise that changes require patience, as well as confidence that your habits are keeping you on the right trajectory, even if you aren't seeing immediate results. So, if you find that your behaviours and habits don't seem to be paying off, try to focus on your current trajectory rather than your current results. If you have little money in the bank, but you are saving something each month, then you can be confident that your trajectory is right. Your current results might not be great, but keep going in this direction, and in a few months or in a few years, you will notice a major improvement. By contrast, a millionaire who outspends his earnings each month may not be worried about his bank statements for one month to the next, but in the end, his trajectory will catch up with him. The key to making big changes in your life doesn't have to involve major upheaval. You don't need to revolutionise your behaviour or reinvent yourself. Rather, you can just make tiny changes to your behaviour, which, when repeated time and time again, will become habits that may lead to big results.